Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into Shogun, the star miniseries based on James Clavell's classic novel. Set in 17th century Japan, this series offers a mix of cultural immersion, political intrigue, and complex characters. But is it worth your time? Let's break down 3 reasons why you should watch Shogun and 2 reasons why you might want to pass. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what Shogun does best, immersing you in the world of feudal Japan. The series goes all in on historical detail, from the samurai code of Bushido to the intricate politics of the shogunate. If you're a history buff or someone curious about Japanese culture, Shogun offers a fascinating window into life during the early 1600s. You get a front row seat to the clash of Eastern and Western ideologies. Take for example the culture shock experienced by John Blackthorne, the English navigator stranded in Japan. When he's first confronted with Japanese customs, like bowing as a sign of respect, his Western ideas of individualism collide head-on with Japan's focus on hierarchy and obedience. Over time, he adapts and learns to navigate these new rules, showing that while cultural differences are real, understanding and respect can bridge that gap. Now, if you love complex stories and layered characters, Shogun has you covered. The series centers on Blackthorne's evolving relationship with Lord Toranaga, a powerful samurai leader who's playing a high-stakes game of power. Their dynamic is a fascinating blend of mutual respect, strategic alliance, and deep cultural differences. Political maneuvering, shifting loyalties, and moral dilemmas keep the plot engaging. Whether it's Blackthorne navigating his survival in a foreign land, or Toranaga plotting his rise to power, there's always something brewing beneath the surface. Finally, let's talk about the show's production value. The creators clearly put a lot of effort into making the setting feel authentic. From the meticulous recreation of traditional Japanese architecture to the detailed costumes and weaponry, every scene looks and feels like it belongs in 17th century Japan. The cinematography is stunning too. Every shot is crafted to pull you deeper into this world. If you're someone who appreciates attention to detail and visually rich storytelling, Shogun is a treat for the eyes. Alright, Shogun might be compelling, but it's not without its flaws. Here are 2 reasons why it might not be the right series for you. First up, the pacing. Let's be honest, Shogun is a slow burn. The series takes its time building the world and exploring cultural nuances, which is great if you enjoy deep dives. But for viewers who prefer faster-paced stories or more action-driven plots, the show can feel like it's dragging. Entire episodes are dedicated to understanding the local culture and political setup, which, while interesting, can also be tedious if you're waiting for the plot to kick into high gear. For those seeking instant gratification in their storytelling, this might be a deal breaker. Another potential issue is how the series presents Japanese culture, specifically through a Western lens. The story is mainly seen through the eyes of Blackthorne, the outsider, which inevitably skews how Japanese traditions are portrayed. For example, the samurai practice of seppuku, or ritual suicide, is often shown in a way that emphasizes its shock value, rather than fully exploring its historical significance. Critics argue that this kind of framing reduces Japanese culture to something exotic and strange, rather than presenting it on its own terms. Plus, the show has a tendency to romanticize feudal Japan, focusing on the noble ideals of honor and beauty, while glossing over some of the harsher realities of the time. Scenes featuring Blackthorne and characters like Mariko often feel like they're designed to cater to Western fantasies of Japan as an exotic, mysterious land, rather than giving a fully nuanced portrayal. So, should you watch Shogun? If you're drawn to historical settings, enjoy rich character dynamics, and don't mind a slower pace, it's definitely worth a watch. But if you're someone who prefers fast-paced stories, or are sensitive to cultural representations that feel oversimplified, you might want to approach with caution. Either way, Shogun is a series that leaves a lasting impression, for better or worse. Thanks for sticking around. Hit like and subscribe for more reviews. What did you think of Shogun? Did it live up to the hype? Catch you in the next